Welcome everybody, yes it is that time of year again. This is the NLW Slammy Awards for 2017. Over the past few weeks, you the fans have been deciding what your favourite matches have been, who your favourite wrestlers have been, and what have been your top moments of this year. And like every year, we're going to run down each and every category, the top 3 for Moment of the Year, Match of the Year, and Wrestler of the Year. This has been one of the most exciting years in NLW history, and we're going to look back on it here tonight. But let's start off with our moments of the year. Yes, you have been voting for what your favourite moments have been this year. There have been numerous great moments that have taken place in 2017, but there can only be one winner. However, the third place moment of the year is Stone Cold Steve Austin getting run down by the Commissioner and his cronies. Yes, after Stone Cold Steve Austin cost CM Punk his World Championship at the Royal Rumble, CM Punk was on the warpath. And since the Commissioner probably disliked Stone Cold as much as CM Punk, he was more than happy to help Punk out by taking Stone Cold Steve Austin out of the game. This was at the end of the draft episode, where Stone Cold and the Commissioner were going head to head to choose draft picks. And earlier on in the evening, CM Punk had been drafted by Stone Cold to the surprise of everybody. But at the end of the night, there was a much different atmosphere, as you're about to see.
Oh, what the hell, that's JBL, the Commissioner's lawyer, and speaking of, here's the Commissioner, the man who'll be leading metal in the future, and, oh for God's sake, it's CM Punk. And Punk said he was going to try and ruin the show, and he's doing that. The Anaconda Vice! But you hear the glass shatter, and you hear the Commissioner of Knowledge Wrestling's music, Austin, coming to the aid of Shawn Michaels. Oh, he went for the stunner. Oh, what the hell? What the hell are the Dudleys doing out here? The 3D to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And CM Punk is telling the Dudleys to work over the World Champion. And meanwhile, JBL holding Stone Cold. Is that a lead pipe? Oh my God, a lead pipe off the skull of the man who will be leading No Limits Wrestling in the future. That's CM Punk's boss that he's assaulted and carrying out. And it was Stone Cold last night who CM Punk said cost him the world title. Oh my God, but the Dudley's going to work over Michaels in the ring as JBL, the Commissioner, and CM Punk carry Austin to the back. CM Punk said that if Austin... Oh, but there's a 3D in the ring. Punk said last week, if by some miracle he didn't walk out with a world title, then he was going to make Stone Cold's life a freaking nightmare, and I guess that's what this is. Are the Dudleys working for the Commissioner? After all, the Commissioner said that he knew about their contracts. But the Dudley boys have laid waste to the world champion, and where the hell are we now? Oh, we're in the parking lot, for God's sake. And who is that? That's I have no idea who that is, but the Commissioner telling him to get in the van. Oh, wait, there's 2 of them. There's 2 men in masks, and they're both directing traffic. Stone Cold has been put in the back of that truck, and Punk flipping the bird at the truck, and Austin and the Commissioner. There's another truck. He's directing the truck to the... Oh no, Austin's in there. Austin! Oh my God!
We still don't know how long exactly Stone Cold will be out for following the assault on episode 53, the draft episode. And now, let us move on to the Wrestler of the Year. There have been great wrestlers throughout this year, putting on phenomenal matches and raising the standard for wrestling in this company. But who have you voted as your favourite? In at number 3 for Wrestler of the Year is CM Punk. Yes, the man who was behind the hit and run attack on Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is also a former world champion in this calendar year. It started off very well when he won the championship inside the Elimination Chamber at Unchained, and then he continued on with a successive string of championship victories. However, as we know, he has since lost the world championship to Shawn Michaels, and although he has had a successful year, on this particular night, Your number 3 for Wrestler of the Year, CM Punk, was having a difficult time at the Royal Rumble when he faced Shawn Michaels with Stone Cold as the special guest referee, not to mention the world title was on the line.
Go for a cover now, and we've got a new world champ. And he's going to pick him up again. A lifeless body, but I guess he still had some signs of life there. The kick, the roundhouse kick to the skull of Michaels. And both these men are spent. Whether it be the pile driver on the steps, Michaels crashing through the table, both these men are spent physically. Going for a springboard is Punk, but Michaels dunked it instead. He went for sweet chin music, but Punk moved. And instead, he's hit the referee. Stone Cold Steve Austin is knocked unconscious, and there you see an illegal weapon, the world title, off the back of the skull and the GTS. But there is no referee to count him out, and even if Austin saw it, he wouldn't have disqualified Punk, but I doubt he would have counted the cover. And there's no ref. What are we going to do? Referee, and suddenly, what the hell is this? It is the game! Triple H, who has been out of action for over a year after a hit and run assault, and right now, he is looking at the man who very well could have been the culprit, a pedigree to CM Punk. There's no referee. We don't know what the hell's going on. And now his former friend turned bitter enemy gets a pedigree as well. And while Michaels and Punk have been feuding, Triple H has been recuperating on the shelf. And in the ring, we may very well be seeing the two prime suspects in that hit and run case. It happened so long ago, I nearly forgot about it, but Triple H didn't forget. And while all that was going on, Stone Cold was knocked out. He didn't see a damn thing. Oh, it goes for a switch in music. But batted away. And now GTS maybe. No. Victory roll. But Austin was knocked out by the switch in music. And in fact, he couldn't make the count. And CM Punk pissed off. Oh my God. Oh. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new champion. Shawn Michaels has done it. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion, and he is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Well, CM Punk took exception to the fact that Austin was pushed into by CM Punk.
That championship loss was what led to CM Punk going off the deep end and organising a vehicular assault onto Stone Cold Steve Austin. Punk has a chance to win back the World Championship against Shawn Michaels in tables, ladders and chairs at Desolation. And now folks, we are going on to our matches of the year. We have seen numerous matches of the year contenders this year, but there can only be one winner, as you know. And in at number 3 for match of the year is Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle at Insurgents. Yes, this was truly a technical master performance by both men. However, it was Daniel Bryan shocking the world by ending the unbeaten run that Kurt Angle had been on since 2014 when he stepped foot in the company. By being the first man to defeat Kurt Angle in NLW, Daniel Bryan cemented himself as a top star. That is why you fans voted this as one of your match of the year contenders, and we're about to see why.
The running knee. And Kurt Angle's knocked out, and what the hell is this? He's on the other side of the ring! And the flying headbutt! Here's the cover! Hooks the leg, but a kick out by Angle! From one side of the ring to the other. Not only is he the best, or one of the best technical wrestlers in the world today, he also can risk it all on occasion, and we'll see. Look at how far he flew. hooked the inside leg, but in the end it wasn't enough. The headbutt by Bryan as he continues on his quest to try and become the first man to defeat Kurt Angle. He doesn't care how, as long as it's by pinfall or submission in the ring. Another tilt whirl into the sleeper. And Angle is trying to wrench back on the neck of Bryan, but Bryan trying to block it. This Carter Jamay is what he's looking for. A snapmare into the label lock again. And Bryan will not let up again. Rolled out of it into the ankle lock in the centre of the ring. An Angle wrenching on the ankle, and again wrenches back. Dozens have gone down to this move in the past in this company, and they've just become statistics on a list of who Kurt Angle has beaten. Daniel Bryan does not want to become a statistic. He wants to defeat this man, but at the moment it's not looking likely. He's in the centre of the ring, dragged back in. Rolled up by Bryan, but a kick out. And now a running knee. He's got the cover, but a kick out by Kurt Angle. This has been unbelievable. And the fans not happy. They sensed that Daniel Bryan was going to end that unbeaten run of Angles that has been going on for 3 years. However, he's going to have to do more. Although it may not be much more. Kurt Angle's been knocked out. He just about kicked out from that running knee, and he's been knocked out. One more move, and Angle may be done for. He's on the top rope. And the powerbomb. Gonna kick out by Angle, but right back into the label lock. It may be over right now. He is wrenching on that neck like no other. All the moves directed at the neck, the diving headbutt, the German suplexes. And he may be the first man to beat him. Oh, but no. Rolled up. He's rolled him up. Oh, but kicked out. And now he's in the centre of the ring and wrenches back. He is wrenching on that neck. He may be choking out. And Bryan wrenches at it. And Daniel Bryan wins. He has become the first man in the history of this company, the first man in 3 years to beat the seemingly unbeatable Daniel Bryan. Has made Kurt Angle tap out here at Insurgents.
And with that one victory, Daniel Bryan cemented himself as a top star in this company, making history by being the first person to defeat Kurt Angle in this company. And now, let's look back at the moments once again. We're down to the top 2, and folks, your number 2 moment of the year is Seth Rollins winning the Royal Rumble from the number 1 position. He once again made history by being the first NLW wrestler to win the Royal Rumble from the number 1 spot. Former Royal Rumble winners include Triple H and The Undertaker, and Seth Rollins has cemented his spot in the main event for the title at WrestleMania. And the final 2 in that Royal Rumble match were Edge and Seth Rollins, and this is actually a rivalry which dates back to their first encounter at Insurgents, where the Intercontinental Championship was on the line, and it was from this match which stemmed the rivalry which led into the final 2 of the Royal Rumble and then beyond. So let's take you now back to that match. It was Rollins versus Edge, Intercontinental title on the line at Insurgents.
And Seth Rollins now sees Edge, but meets him at the top, and a superplex straight into the Falcon Arrow. And Seth Rollins, again, with a variety of manoeuvres to target that neck and arm as well. And where do you suppose he's going now? He's on the top. And the Phoenix Splash! Hooks the legs and a kick out by Edge. And to risk it all like that, that is what the Intercontinental Championship means. Because as you know, not only does that Intercontinental title bring you money and prestige, it also guarantees you a shot at the heavyweight title anytime you want, as long as you want to cash it in. But he went for the curb stomp, but a boot by Edge. And doesn't get up, collapses to the mat. And Edge He said his intention from the start in this company was to win the world title. And by having the Intercontinental title, you're one step closer. There's a forearm shot, and that has to take some of the juice, I should say, out of the arm. But here's the execution. Lands him on his head. The lateral press, but Seth Rollins kicks out. And Seth Rollins thus far in his career has not opted to challenge for the title. He's happy with the Intercontinental Championship for now. He doesn't want to risk it all yet. But Edge risking it all, going for the spear. And sent shoulder first into the ring post. And now a roll up. But a kick out by Edge and the drop kick. This has been physically intense from the get-go. And Edge's arm may be in a sling after this match. If anything, Seth Rollins wants it to be. He wants to put away Edge, and he went for the spear again! He went for the spear through the ropes onto that rampway, but Seth Rollins rang the arm through the rope. And now he's been put on the outside, and I don't like the looks of this for Edge. Seth Rollins going for a suicide dive, runs on the ropes, arm and a spear! That's the damnedest spear I've ever seen! Seth Rollins ran at Edge, and Edge through the ropes, spearing Seth Rollins out of his boots, and he has to make a cover now, surely. But maybe he's left it too late. Edge going for a second spear, but a sunset flip. Lands on his knees. Oh, but a knee to the face. And this may be over. The curb stomp. Hooks the inside leg. And Seth Rollins retains his Intercontinental Championship. You can say that Edge didn't put up a fight, and maybe he was still feeling the effects of the match and the beating he took from Brock Lesnar in episode 50. However, the headline of this matchup is going to be that youth triumphed over experience. Seth Rollins defeats Edge.
The seeds were planted on that night when Seth Rollins started to gain back the respect of the fans, and it also started the downturn of Edge into the evil character we see now. After that match, Edge was infuriated, and he was even more pissed off at losing the Royal Rumble, even though he was number 30 and Rollins was number 1. Still, that's a rivalry which will culminate inside of War Games at Desolation. And now, let's look back at the wrestlers of the year, and without further ado, number 2 wrestler of the year is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Yes, this is the first year for quite a while since AJ Styles hasn't won Wrestler of the Year. He won it back in 2015 and 2016, but AJ's going to have to settle for number 2 this year. Still, a remarkable year for AJ Styles. It got off to a rocky start when he lost the World Championship inside the Elimination Chamber, and he was so close to winning it back at Insurgents, and then of course teaming up with the Young Bucks to challenge for the tag team titles. That was a highlight as well. But a massive part of AJ Styles' year was that fatal 4-way when AJ Styles had the chance to regain the world title he lost. It was at Insurgents, and it was a 4-way match featuring the champion CM Punk, AJ himself, also including Finn Balor and Shawn Michaels.
I'll tell you what, AJ might not be regaining consciousness anytime soon. If Balor has his way, gonna go for the coup de grace, but oh, look who it is! Well, I told you he wouldn't stay down for long. And now that World Championship off the skull of Balor wants to do the same, but kicks the title belt into the skull of Punk. Make sure that Punk can't use it, even though of course there's no disqualifications. I'll go through German, but elbows his way out of it. And now the tilt-a-whirl into the sunset flip and the cover. But Balor! He's down in the Stars Clash! A super kick by Michaels. Breaking up the pin. And he wasn't doing that for CM Punk, he wasn't doing that for the Alliance. He was doing it because he wants to be the world champion. In his mind, Punk's already double-crossed him enough, but there's a drop kick by Finn, who is back into it. He's back in the ring, and I think Michaels landed his head on the turnbuckle. I don't know if he's out. I don't know if he's going to regain consciousness soon, but Finn Balor is ascending the turnbuckle. Looks at the coup de grace, but lands on his feet. And now catches a super kick. Span around into the sling blade. That time it connected. And now Finn Balor, all he has to do is put him away. We got ourselves a new world champ. CM Punk does not have to be pinned to win the title. That much you know. Oh, but look at this. AJ trying to get back into it. He's backdropped and gets caught. He got caught into the trio woe and Balor made him pay. Drop kicking him in the corner. And made sure that they have broken his nose. And now dragged back to the centre. Shawn Michaels trying to regain consciousness. Looking for the powerbomb in the corner, looking for the buckle bomb. Now the jackknife into the pin, but he's back up on his feet. And now looks at the Stars Clash. But the Hurricane Rana and he's out of it. And AJ Styles nearly got the Stars Clash again. Oh, but now drags him to the apron. I'll tell you what, it's a dangerous territory on that apron. Oh my God! What a freaking DDT! And did you see the way that Balor's neck crumpled? I'll tell you what, he's out of this match. And that leaves Michaels and AJ. And AJ looks for the forearm and caught the super kick. What a freaking super kick! And now he just has to go in for the cover. And oh, but look who it is! Look who it is! Oh, for God's sake, no! Oh, God damn it! Son of a bitch, he did it again! Once again, he screws Shawn Michaels. Once again, he retains the championship through the skin of his teeth. He is still the world champion, and the people in this arena, I can tell you, they're pissed. They're pissed off that CM Punk is still the world champion.
AJ Styles, I'm sure in 2018 will be wanting to recreate that historic championship reign which made him one of the most popular wrestlers in this company. And now, let's move on to our matches of the year once again. A hell of a match was Bryan versus Angle, but what have you voted as number 2 in match of the year? That match is the Elimination Chamber at Unchained, and it was a chaotic Elimination Chamber as many of them have been in the past, and I would state that this was the best ever Elimination Chamber match in NLW history. You had 6 of the best in the world: Jeff Hardy, Drew Galloway, AJ Styles the champion going in, Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, and the Beast himself, Brock Lesnar, all confined in this cage. Each man wanted to be the world champion, and this was the first world title match for AJ Styles since NLW returned at the start of the year. Let's take you now to highlights of that classic encounter contained at Unchained inside the Elimination Chamber.
And oh my God. Well, it's clear that gorilla press into the cage and undoubtedly kicking down the door has hurt Michaels in that German suplex. A release overhead onto the steel. And you can see Shawn Michaels is busted open and he's bleeding profusely here, but look at Lesnar. Like a wild beast. Throws all of his body weight, but doesn't get anybody. Goes right into the cage and the blood is flowing from Shawn Michaels, and I don't know how Punk's feeling at the moment. I'm sure he's still picking the glass out of his skin. And now, raking his face into the cage, and Michaels has Lesnar right where he wants him, but instead that quick snap suplex over the head and that belly-to-belly throw, almost instantaneous. Michaels losing a lot of blood fast. And Lesnar wants to go in for the kill, but look at this. CM Punk's up, but he's desperately holding on to the leg. Another super kick! Sweet chin music by Shawn Michaels. But Lesnar, look at this beast. He's back on his feet and a second one downs him. But again, Brock Lesnar will not stay down. Third sweet chin music, and this time he is down. But CM Punk saying one more sweet chin music, and we're 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! CM Punk just eliminated Shawn Michaels. What the hell happened to that alliance? And Shawn Michaels is as baffled as we are. Well, CM Punk backstabbing his friend, rolling him up and saying every man for himself, but now the Kimura locked in, And these two are the only men left. And Lesnar is in the centre of the ring. And Brock wrenching back on that arm. Oh my. In a chair. Oh, leg drop on that steel chair. And who is he aiming for? Was he meant to hit Lesnar? And Punk knocks out Lesnar with that elbow to the chair. Oh my God, he's unconscious. Lesnar, he's unconscious in the centre of the ring. Oh, the referee has called for the bell. And by way of TKO, we've got a new champion. And his name is CM Punk. And Shawn Michaels takes one last look at the ramp, one last look at the chamber in front of him, and walks away.
That match right there gave you a glimpse at the beginning of the end for the alliance between CM Punk and Shawn Michaels. And now, as we know, they're going to be fighting a desolation in tables, ladders and chairs. Now, let's go back to your top picks for the moment of the year, match of the year and wrestler of the year. First of all, let's see what you chose as your definitive moment of the year. We've seen so many great moments, so many great memories created this year, but your favourite, your number one moment of the year was the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura, shattering onto the scene here in NLW at the Royal Rumble. And it was a surprise that many have wanted, but not many saw coming at Royal Rumble. It's an event that is known for its shocks and surprises, and this was no exception. Let's take you now to that moment right now at the Royal Rumble. It was number 29, and Shinsuke Nakamura was about to burst onto the scene.
And now, number 29, Angle's gone. Who is next? You've got to be kidding me. This crowd has exploded! The king of strong style, the former IWGP heavyweight champion, a man who has conquered Japan, he has conquered the States, and he is about to conquer No Limits Wrestling. It is Shinsuke Nakamura, and there's a spinning kick to Owens, and Nakamura gets rid of Kevin Owens. And this crowd cannot believe it. And there goes Pentagon as well. The reverse exploder over the top rope. And now punches down Balor, and now the armbar onto Roman Reigns, but here's once to break it up, and it's Shinsuke Nakamura, my God. And Nakamura, Kinshasa! And now, only two men in this ring are standing. And they just so happen to be the Beast and the Artist. Oh my God, when he went for a German but landed on his feet. And now in the air. F5 to Nakamura. No! The Kimura! The Kimura lock! And now placed over the top rope. And Nakamura doesn't really hold an arm, but so does Lesnar. And the Kinshasa! Kinshasa! Eliminates Brock Lesnar. Shinsuke Nakamura is on fire. And the king of strong style with a stiff knee right to the face. And there's a Hurricane Rana by Jeff Hardy. I'll tell you what, if my volume of my voice is going up, it's because I'm excited as hell to see how this was going to play out. But Roman Reigns nearly eliminates Nakamura. Nakamura hands on the apron, but oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, what the hell is this? Oh my God! And god damn it, Brock Lesnar's not even in this match anymore. And Lesnar has eliminated Nakamura. The rules of this match state, you have to go over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. And that's exactly what happened. It doesn't matter. Oh my god, the F5 onto the steps. It doesn't matter that Brock Lesnar's already been eliminated. Nakamura's been screwed. Nakamura has been screwed out of his chance to go to WrestleMania to face the champion.
It is unfortunate that Shinsuke Nakamura has not stepped back into an NLW ring since he was beaten up by Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, but one can only hope that he returns in time for WrestleMania. And now, folks, it is time to announce the Wrestler of the Year. Past winners of this award are in the upper echelon of NLW history. And we heard CM Punk was number 3, AJ Styles was number 2, but by a landslide, you chose as your Wrestler of the Year the Architect Seth freaking Rollins. He is your Wrestler of the Year, and well, it is not difficult to see why. He started off the year with an impressive reign as Intercontinental Champion, which he has continued up to this date, and then obviously the historic Royal Rumble match where he entered at number 1 and then won the whole thing. He's going to WrestleMania now, and Seth Rollins, it's hard to believe that at the start of the year he was a despised villain, and now he has gained back the respect of the fans and proven why he is the man in this company, and he could very well be the next world champion. But the year for Seth Rollins started with a bang, with an Intercontinental Championship victory. The title had been vacated and it had been put up for grabs in a best of 5 series. Going into this match, it was 2 for 2, and this was the rubber match. It was, at Unchained, a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, Finn Balor versus your Wrestler of the Year, Seth freaking Rollins. He's gonna punish this guy. Oh, but Balor up with that kick and ladder. Oh, Seth Rollins, well, I've got ladder on the brain, clearly. Seth Rollins falling onto that ladder hard, and he's in a prone position, certainly. Where the hell? Balor on the top. Oh my god! The ladder snapped in 2, for God's sake. And that coup de grace may have just destroyed Seth Rollins. Not only is that coup de grace devastating in the ring, imagine how much impact it takes to stomp your feet so hard through your opponent that it actually breaks steel. It's incredible. And how Rollins is even able to muster up the courage and strength to crawl back into the ring is beyond me. And look at him run! And this is just desperation at this point! Somebody's got to climb that ladder before somebody's career is ended. That neck breaker from the top of the ladder. And it is still a stalemate. And Rollins is trying at his fastest pace possible to climb the ladder. And he tries so desperately. But Balor knows the opportunity that's ahead. And he can't even push over the ladder, but he does push it away. And now Rollins is just hanging from the rafters. All he has to do is unhook it. But now he goes on the shoulders. Now one-winged angel. We will never, I repeat, we will never forget this one. That's not hyperbole. I'm sure these guys aren't going to forget it anytime soon. Certainly not going to forget it tomorrow night when they're still in the hospital bed being treated for the injuries that they've suffered in this matchup. Title belt still up for grabs. It's anybody's game at this point. That one-winged angel may have done it for Rollins, but Balor, he had a title grasp there, about to regain it. And now both men have a hold of it. But Rollins! Balor knocking that title off the head of Rollins! And he may be... Oh, he had a great... Oh my god, again! He had a hold of the title! And it was Rollins who just pushed him off. And
Balor, he's trying so hard. He's trying to get back in, but Rollins grabs the title. We have ourselves a brand new Intercontinental Champion, and his name is Seth freaking Rollins.
One to watch in 2018 and your Wrestler of the Year 2017, Seth Rollins. And now time for the Match of the Year. So many great matches this year. Past winners of this award include the Uprising Elimination Chamber match, Hell in a Cell between Triple H and Shawn Michaels, the infamous Triple Cage match, and the 6-on-6 elimination main event NLW vs NWO. This year, it was a tough call, but many of you voted for this to be Match of the Year, and it is the third Royal Rumble. Yes, your votes mean that this is your Match of the Year for 2017, and obviously, what a match it was. Shock returns, shock surprises, so many intertwining stories as well. For example, we saw Shinsuke Nakamura's debut. We also saw the debut of favourites such as DDP and Cactus Jack, not to mention Cesaro, who started at number 2. The dominant display of Brock Lesnar, who got the most eliminations in that match. Also Sting returning for the first time in months to exact revenge on Bray Wyatt, and also the return of The Undertaker. Who can forget? But let us now take you to the final 4 of that matchup. Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns and Edge, all battling to see who would go to WrestleMania.
However, if you knock out Roman Reigns, you can get Edge and Rollins to help you throw him over the top rope. And oh my god, look at the strength of Roman. Daniel Bryan refusing to let go of the hold, and he pays for it. Roman Reigns, the most despised person in this match, just became even more so. He eliminated fan favourite Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan will not be challenging for the title at WrestleMania, unfortunately. But he went for the Rainmaker knee, and with ease, Roman Reigns turned it into a clothesline. We're down to 3. There's a kick by Rollins. Rollins with a springboard in, but it turned into a spear. In midair, Roman Reigns speared the heck out of Seth Rollins. We're down to 3. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Edge, who is going to WrestleMania. There's a spinning heel kick by Edge. He is the freshest man in this matchup, no doubt about it. And he's in there with Roman Reigns and the man who's been in it since the beginning, since number 1, Seth Rollins. I didn't predict that this would be the final 3. I thought Edge might have a chance, considering he was number 30, but I did not expect Rollins to be in it. And now, Roman, he saw that Edge missed the spear. Now going for a powerbomb. And he's going to get some assistance. A triple powerbomb minus 1 man, but reminiscent of the Shield days. And now Rollins tries to get Roman off his feet. There's a kick to the side. And now the Rainmaker knee. It didn't find its mark. And there's a boot by Roman. Unfazed by the ripcord knee and unfazed by the kick. Boosts Seth Rollins in the face. Goes to the Superman punch. But Roman Reigns goes away. Roman Reigns has been eliminated. The momentum of the Superman punch sent Roman flying, and now we are down to 2. Or maybe down to 1. Edge tries to sneak up behind Seth Rollins, but Rollins hangs on by the skin of his teeth. And now Edge goes for the spear, but a sunset flip, lands on his feet. And now drops toe hold. Now Seth Rollins goes for the curb stomp. Curb stomp misses. And now Edge has him by the head. And the Edge. Wow. The execution. That DDT implanting Seth Rollins. And now he wants the spear to end this. Rollins was number 1. Edge was number 30. They could not be more opposite in terms of ring time in this matchup. But there was a boot by Rollins stopping the spear. And then the Falcon Arrow. Edge, the freshest man in this matchup, going up against Seth Rollins, the least fresh man in this matchup. How tired must Rollins be? And that may be why he wasn't able to connect with the Burning Hammer. Instead, the neck breaker. And can you imagine the anger that Edge would have if he did not win? But it looks as if Edge is going to win. Unless Rollins can pull off a miracle, he's gone. Edge is what? No, he's not. Oh, excuse me, I spoke too soon. There's Rollins, there's the knee. And after the spear, Edge thought he won. He threw Rollins out. But Rollins, if he wins, it will be a miracle. And from number 1 as well. Oh no, he went for the He went for the curb stomp, but tried to... No! I thought we were going to get set or something. Instead, the reverse Frankensteiner, the curb stomp, and he's gone! He is out! He clotheslines out edge! Seth Rollins is going to WrestleMania! And Edge, look at that face. That is a face that says, I blew it again and I am not happy. Edge, he had this one in his hands. How did he lose?
Seth Rollins in that match showed true grit and determination to be in the main event of WrestleMania and challenge for the World Championship. And what does the future hold for 2018? The finale, WrestleMania 3, is shaping up to be a huge event. And although that will be the end of weekly episodes, I can assure you that I plan and intend on making sure that NLW continues after that date. Although it may not be as frequent, NLW will not die. And you know what? I nearly forgot. This is the first time I've ever done this, but I asked you fans to vote on who you thought would be the Mount Rushmore of NLW, picking 4 of your favourite wrestlers throughout the entire history of NLW. And I can reveal that the top 4 wrestlers that you voted for to be a Mount Rushmore of NLW were, in order, AJ Styles, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels and Sting, and what a quartet that is. No doubt they have contributed massively to the success of NLW. They're arguably the 4 most popular wrestlers in the company today, and it's easy to see why. So that's it from me for the Slammy Awards. I'd like to thank each and every person who voted, and more importantly as well, everybody who watches NLW, anybody who leaves a comment or even a like. I really, really appreciate it. And as cheesy as it sounds, without you, there would be no No Limits Wrestling. So I genuinely appreciate any good comment or anything, any kind of feedback. It really means the world to me. So thank you guys. A couple of things to point out: my Twitter and Instagram, those are good to follow. You get updates on NLW and I can inform more people of what's happening and what changes are going to be made. For example, on Instagram in the new year, I hope to do a series of Instagram exclusive pick-fed matches, possibly an insight into how I want NLW to sort of transition after WrestleMania 3. So that's worth a look to see those Instagram exclusive matches that also have an impact on NLW in real time. And of course Twitter, you can keep up to date with storylines and also things that are going on, such as updates to videos and what changes are going to be made. My website has finally been updated after a long time. It shows all the show results, all the wrestler roster, including who is on NLW and who is on Metal, in-depth bios as well, title histories, you name it. The person who does my cover music for NLW, go follow them, AFX Wrestling. They do all the themes that you hear in NLW videos, and they also upload the songs to their YouTube channel as well, so they're worth a follow. Also thank you to Dynamic Artifacts on Instagram. They made the NLW logo and a couple of other logos, including the logo for the upcoming Torment Tour show and series on Instagram. And finally, the song you're about to hear, it is called Bullets and it's from the band Panic Era. Their information will be in the description below, so you can go check that band out. And without further ado, here is the year that was 2017.